What's this, a Pokemon battle on this channel? Hello? Yo, what's up guys, MikeDecIsHere, and I'm back. Yeah, I'm pretty much motivated to do Wi-Fi battling again, and excuse all the crappy movements and such and no intro because I got a new computer, and I have no idea how to use Camtasia at all, and it's very bizarre and scary to me. But today I got a battle against a guy who asked me on my Skype. His name is SlamDunkGator. His link will be in the description. And this battle was pretty interesting, actually. You know, looking at his team, it's kind of like a pseudo rain stall with, I'm assuming, set up hazards and then set up for a Gyarados sweep. My goal basically is just to eliminate that Gyarados, and yeah. But, you know, quick little note before we start the battle. I have been narrating, just not for my channel. I'll include annotations for that all at the end, or maybe in the beginning. You'll see probably a few annotations for my battles in the beginning of the video. Check out my Project Mosh Pit one. That's the one that I really encourage you guys to watch, because that was a pretty damn good battle, and I did work hard on that narration. The PMP one, but yeah, and then I do all my stuff on Smogon now, so basically that's it. But, you know, looking back at his team, like, once again, like I said, it's like pseudo rain stall, and my goal is basically going to be to eliminate that Gyarados, so he loses all of his offensive presence, minus the Gengar. The Gengar could be a big threat just because my Jirachi is really the only thing that can handle it, and it's not especially defensive. So, oh, and thanks again. This is Funkasaurus's and BKC's team, the Great Southern Trendkill. Such a good team. I don't know if you guys know, I suck at team building. I only really use teams that I get from people. I want Funk's Mandibuzz team so bad, but yeah, I can't really get it. I'm going to ask him for it later. But anyway, so I start off with Hippowdon. He starts off with Ferrothorn. I go to Roserade because Roserade can pretty much shit on Ferrothorn's life. And I'm just basically now just going to threaten it with HP Fire. He surprisingly does not switch. I didn't want to go for such an obvious play at the beginning, but I really was not judging what kind of player he was. But maybe he also didn't know that Roserade has HP Fire. I'm not too sure, but I don't know why I wouldn't carry it. Maybe he thought I'd have HP Ice, or maybe just go for the Sleep Powder or something, just trying to get something to sleep. But anyway, that's what I do. I just go for HP Fire. Does a hell of a lot to the Ferrothorn, and now I'm going to go for the Giga Drain just to mix up moves, thinking he's not going to want to stay in. In comes Tentacruel, and that's not going to do too much. And thinking I could probably set up hazards, which is what I want to do for his stall team. I want to put his spinner to sleep, and so my goal is just now to put this Tentacruel to sleep, as I don't think he's going to be able to do too much to me. But here he shows me he has, I'm a little too fast here, but here he shows me he has Ice Beam, and this does a pretty decent chunk. And I think he has some special offensive, he has special attack investment, because that did way too much for it to be neutral. And my Giga Drain did a little bit more than I thought it would if he was bulky, so he might have some sort of special attack investment, I'm not too sure. But anyway, he's going to want to switch out because he's put to sleep. I am just going to go for the Giga Drain, I believe, again, just because he really can't switch anything in minus his Gengar. But even if Gengar's not going to be able to do too much, but he does bring out Clefable, and obvious wish is obvious, so I'm really just going to go out to Jirachi, and thinking maybe he'll just Wish Protect or do some sort of shenanigans like that. Don't really know what this... I've never seen Clefable in Black Y2 OU before, so I don't really know what it wants to do, but I'm just now going to go out to Jirachi, and predicting Gyarados to come in because that's a fairly obvious switch into Jirachi. I'm just going to go for the U-turn, as he does do just that, and now I'm just going to go out. I could go out to Jellicent, but I don't know what kind of Gyarados this is. I know a lot of them on Smogon are sub-DD, but on Wi-Fi there are those rare taunt ones, and that could be annoying. So I decided to go out to Fortress to bait the taunt if he has it, and I can just go for the Volt Switch. But, so that's basically my plan. I know that Fortress will do a hell of a lot to Volt Switch because this does have a pretty good amount of special attack investment. I think it's like 84 of EVs or something. I don't know. Funk and BKC have some pretty intricate EV spreads. I don't remember the exact one on this one. But, I'm going to go for the Volt Switch. It is going to break the sub. The crit obviously did not matter. He said it did. I was like, okay. But it's a Volt Switch. It's 4 times weak. Even if I had even if I had a minus special attack at nature, I could still break the sub. But I now know he doesn't have taunt, so I'm gonna go out to Jellicent and think he's just gonna sub again. I'm just gonna go for the Shadow Ball, but he actually is going to go for the Bounce, and I thought that was a very weird play. Even staying in was probably a weird play. Probably should have just gone out to Clefable, but because unnecessary damage is unnecessary, even if you could Wish Pass, it's still a turn. You have Clefable, which pretty much walls the crap out of this Jellicent, unless he does not have the Toxic. And here goes to the mounts. He gets a power hacks. And at the time I was like, okay, that's better than Toxic because he is a stall team. But that actually mattered. Now I thought about it a little while ago. That actually made a pretty big difference. And you'll see later on why. I'll mention it when it does happen. But that actually was a pretty big deal. And now I know we really can't do anything to me, so I'm just going to go for the recover to get my HP back. Of course, that is very obvious. So he's going to go for the switch into Gengar. And here I know the sub is coming, but I can't risk him being one of those players and goes for the Shadow Ball. And I will take the free sub just so I can scout his set. And I don't think that he's going to go for the immediate disable, predicting my Scarf Jirachi, because that would be a very, 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 very good play if he subbed this turn and then disabled immediately, predicting the fact that this was Scarf. But I'm not expecting it because, yeah, I just don't expect it. And I'm just going to go for the Iron Head to break the sub, take the probable Focus Blast or Shadow Ball that's coming my way. Both of them do the same amount of damage, so I was actually surprised he went for Focus Blast over Shadow Ball, because Focus Blast is significantly more irreliable, and Shadow Ball would just simply hit me. But now I know he's going to want to switch out to probably a bulky water, either his Gyarados, Tentacruel, or his Politoed, so I decided to switch out, go into my Roserade, thinking that'd be the best switch to bring out anything. Even if he decides to go into his Ferrothorn as well, I do have HP Fire. He decides to go out to the Politoed, and here I know that if he's Scarfed, Ice Beam won't kill me. I can get off a Giga Drain, and I'll kill him. If he's Specs, Ice Beam will hurt, but it won't kill me. I'll still get a Giga Drain, I'll hurt him. And if he's bulky, he can't do jack to me. I'll get off a Giga Drain and do a lot. So I decided to just go for the Giga Drain, and that does a lot. Seeing how it doesn't kill, I'm assuming he has HP investment, so he's bulky. Or Specs. Actually, it could be Specs. But he goes for Ice Beam and doesn't do anything. So I actually initially thought it was Specs, and I was like, oh crap, I'm going to die. But he actually does not do this too much. I know he's physically bulky, or especially bulky. Not especially bulky, because that would have done about half. So he's a physically bulky Politoed. And I'm going to now just go for another Giga Drain. Not really want to over-predict, trying to win the Weather War. Brings that Clefable, fairly obvious switch. But like I said, nothing really I can do about it. I'm now going to switch out and go into my Fortress. Okay, they're all named Trend Kill, so it's kind of hard for me to remember which one's which. But I'm going to go to Fortress, just kind of trying to bait. Thinking he's going to go for a Wish. I'm trying to bait the switch into Gengar, because obvious Rapid Spin is obvious. And I'm just going to go for maybe I was thinking maybe go for the Gyarados switch again. For some dumb reason, because maybe he thought that I would go for Gyro Ball or something, and he could just start setting up. But goes out to Gengar, which is equally as fine. I'm just going to go out to my Scarf Jirachi. I know he's going to switch, so I'm just going to go for the U-turn. Fairly basic shenanigans going on here. And he's going to switch out, go out into his Ferrothorn. And that kind of sucked because U-turn means Iron Barb damage. But whatever, you know, I'm still at a comfortable enough HP where I don't feel too... I know Jirachi still can do stuff, but he's going to go out to Ferrothorn. I'm going to go out to Roserade to threaten it immediately. And I am just going to go for the HP Fire because, yes, I don't really care what he brings in on this thing, except for unless it's Clefable. He can't really do too much to me. But like I said, I'm going to go for the HP Fire. He's going to go for the Protect. And now I'm going to switch out my moves because I'm going to predict he's going to switch. Go for the Giga Drain on whatever wants to come in. He decides to make this his Tentacruel, as I do just get off a teeny amount of damage with the Giga Drain. And here I decide to gauge whether or not I could win this little skirmish with one-on-one if I had to, because I don't think I could win the Clefable one-on-one, because if it has Seismic Toss, my HP number is terrible. It's 313, which means unless he has Rain Up, I'm not going to win. If he does have Rain Up, I will win. So, it's actually kind of the thing that it depends on what our one-on-ones are, if he does. But anyway, rambling is rambling. Gonna go for Giga Drain. Seeing how much damage that did makes me think that I'm not going to win this war, because Ice Beam doing too much. I decided to just go for Sleep Powder. And he goes to another Ice Beam. Gets to me around a little over half. I could possibly win this war, but I don't want to waste Giga Drain. But I'm going to go for Sleep Powder, and that's going to put that thing to sleep, obviously. And now I'm just going to fire up a Giga Drain because, like I said before, Nothing appreciates a Giga Drain, or I'm just going to switch out to Gliscor. Oh, no, I switch out to Gliscor, predicting the Clefable to come in, so I can set up a sub and then start Swords Dancing and then just sweep his team, because besides Gengar, I am faster than everything, and his Tentacruel is asleep. So even if that Tentacruel had speed, I can outspeed it and kill it. But I braced out Gyarados, and now I'm thinking, okay, I'm just going to kill this thing. So I'm going to go for the Acrobatics, and that is going to take out the Gyarados, because, yeah. If you're wondering why I stayed in, I didn't predict him to be Jolly, because most Dragon Dance, sub-Dragon Dance, Gyarados are adamant. There's no reason to run Jolly in the rain, especially when you have Dragon Dance, so yeah, that was basically my thought process there. I thought that Acrobatics would kill here. I was like, okay, he's at 40%. I am a Gliscor with max attack. Acrobatics can kill a Gliscor with max attack. Even if not adamant, I can kill it, and I don't kill it. And I was like, anger, rage. I should be adamant, but whatever. It's not my team. I probably could have made some edits there. But anyway, I decided to go out to Hippowdon and predicting something to come in. What did I predict to come in there? Oh, I guess I predicted him to go for the water move. And I decided to go with the Jellicent. But I know now he's going to sub because he subbed last time, and Gengar players are usually pretty black and white about that, so they're going to sub, predicting a switch. And I decided to go for a Shadow Ball, and here is where I said the power hacks mattered, because I know Shadow Ball will not want a KO with leftovers Gengar. It does around 70%. However, in the instance where they're not using Shadow Ball and they're using a different Ghost move that could do more damage, then, especially with the power hacks, for example, Hex, then it has a chance, then it does a lot more threatening. So it's a 100 base power move instead of 80, and I saw Hex, and I was like, crap, that power hacks mattered, I'm going to die, and I live with 10 HP. And that was actually a max damage roll, I calced it. The maximum he does is like 90%. And I lived with 10 HP, even with the max roll. So, yeah, the hacks kind of mattered for both of those. He got a high roll and he got the power hack, so that kind of mattered. But whatever, you know, I got the kill, and Jellicent did what it needed to do, so it went down. Of course, that's going to make Clefable a bit more annoying because at this point I don't think he has Toxic. I think he's Protect, Wish, Heal Bell, and Seismic Toss, so I could just taunt and wait for him to run out of Seismic Tosses and then die. But I can't do that anymore, so I got Hippowdon on the double down to get my sand up. I decided to go for Stealth Rock here. I Earthquake the first turn as he goes out into Clefable and he brings out Ferrothorn. I thought he would Protect, and that's why I went for Stealth Rock, because Earthquake was a 2-hit KO at that range. And I didn't think that he would do something like that, like, you know, risk his Ferrothorn to die. But, I mean, on the other's hand, he could just bring in Politoed. But then again, I could just bring in Roserade. I still don't get that. But I'm going to go out to Roserade now, as he's just going to Protect. And I'm just going to go for the HP Fire, I believe, this turn. And kill it. Because I don't want this Ferrothorn here anymore. I can freely switch into my Jirachi. And he can also get up Hazards and a bunch of other crap I don't want. And yeah, I think he stayed in, thinking I would over-predict and go for Giga Drain because I did it before. But honestly, I don't know why he didn't Protect there, because Protect works that turn and I switched. But whatever. I'm not the one battling. Well, he's the one battling. It's not me. But gonna go for a rest now, and that is going to get me back to full. Man, this narration is long. Is it usually this long, or is it just me? But I guess because it's not really sped up that much. Man, this is so much easier to do than Mac. Rambling is rambling. Anyway, go for rest, get my HP back up to full. He goes for Seismic Toss, and I now realize with my Sandstorm up, I cannot win this battle. So I gotta switch out. Gonna go out into my Fortress? Jirachi, predicting the Wish. That was really risky. I knew he would not Seismic Toss again. I thought he would Wish to try to heal something on his team. Perhaps it's Politoed. Since that was the one little chance he had, I'm going to go out to Jirachi. And now I'm just going to go for the U-turn, knowing that he's going to bring in his Politoed, attempting to live an Iron Head. But yeah, right, even if I Iron Headed, that would kill. Going to go for the U-turn, and that is going to take out his Politoed. So now I officially won the Weather War, which is good in one way because it allows me to defeat his Stall Core. But on the other hand, it does make my Roserade a little bit worse against this team because now I cannot beat Clefable. And especially with Jellicent gone, that's going to be significantly tougher. Because Clefable is an annoying Pokemon. But I think I could beat it with Hippowdon. But it's still a very annoying Pokemon, especially because he does not have Toxic, which I did end up predicting based on his moveset. And now I'm just going to go for the slack off to get all my HP, half my HP back, but yeah, a little bit more because of leftovers. But now I'm in a good position. I think I'm just going to fire off a Earthquake, or maybe Ice Fang. What does he have left? He has, he's got, Tentacruel and Clefable. Is that it? But anyway, I'm going to fire off an Earthquake. That is going to do around 40%, I would say. And I think now he's just going to sack this thing. I think he's going to sack his Clefable because he knows he really can't do too much. Honestly, I don't know why he would do that, because except for Hippowdon, it beats everything. But I guess that is true. Yeah, he's down to his last two because he can't freely switch into his Tentacruel. And I do get crit there, which kind of sucked because he could have wished as I killed him and then got all of his HP back this following turn as he hits the... I thought he would go for the Scald, but maybe predicted my switch into Roserade and went for the Ice Beam, but I am specially defensive and I can kill him with the Earthquake, and that is going to be the game. So, good game, Gator. If you guys like the battle, you know, feel free to check him out. You know, like the video if you did. I will put all the links for the stuff I've done. Check out SmogonU. I'm one of the head directors there now, and I'm putting a lot of effort into the channel. I'd appreciate it if you guys check that out for me. And I'll have more stuff for you guys soon. I hope you guys enjoyed the battle. I suck with editing. I'll work on that. And peace out, guys. Mike Deck is out of here. Oh, and I'm having Tony Flygon week. Later.